Hello there, guys. I am here with Aydin today.
I haven't eaten a gingerbread man in 3 years.
Yep, that's a fact you just got. But we today are at Nuxaby, I think is how you pronounce it, National Wildlife Refuge, and we are looking for some red-cockaded woodpeckers because they're cool. They're an endangered species. I haven't seen an endangered bird yet, and they're only found here in the southeast. So I figure while I'm spending time in the southeast, might as well try to see if I can see one, right? Get it off the list.
And we both get to see our first endangered species.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be a first one for both of us. But yeah, we're gonna go to like I think it's called Woodpecker Trail is where we're gonna go to. Very, very aptly named. And yeah, we're gonna see if we can see some there. I think they're seen there pretty regularly, so fingers crossed.
I do have them crossed. Do you see that? You see that? He knows how to stick his camera in the right direction. I think it wasn't even on me there for a second.
After being ridiculed for my pitiful camera skills, we then took a look out of the lake and we really only saw this anhanga there, so we then decided to make our way to the previously mentioned Woodpecker Trail. Once on the trail, we walked down it for a little ways, and we weren't really seeing too many birds. It wasn't particularly birdy there. But then eventually we got to this kind of more swampy, marshy area, and we saw a white ibis feeding in the muck there. As well as this here great blue heron, which is very neat. Aydin especially liked it. He really likes great blue herons because, I mean, they're really cool, badass birds. And then I got to see my first ever whistling ducks, these black-bellied whistling ducks right here. I love waterfowl, as you guys probably know. They're my favorite group of birds, and so getting another waterfowl off the list was great. We did eventually find a woodpecker though, but it wasn't the one we were looking for. It was this red-bellied woodpecker that was hanging out. But that was the only woodpecker we saw in our first loop, and those are really the only birds we saw in our first loop around. So we were kind of losing hope a little bit. We did make our way out to a little lookout where we got some more view of the marsh. We saw that wood duck you just saw a second ago, and there was a whole bunch of purple martins there. So I took some footage of them because, you know, we don't really get purple martins out west, so, you know, gotta experience them while I can. Then way out there was a cattle egret that was hanging out. Cattle egrets are cool. Again, I don't see them very often, so even though they weren't the best views, definitely had to get some footage of it right next to that whistling duck as well. I have seen this guy before in Florida. When I was in Florida, you probably remember it from my, well, I guess I assume it was in my birding in Florida video. I gotta be real, I don't think I've watched that video in over a year. But I remember I saw some there. But after that, we made our way back to the Woodpecker Trail, do another loop, see if any would show up. And we saw lots of nesting holes of them, but unfortunately they were not there. It seemed like we showed up just right after breeding was done. If only I was there a little bit earlier in the year, we could have seen them breeding. It seems like that's the most reliable time to see them. We then got very excited for a second when we saw some small black and white woodpeckers in a tree, but they turned out just to be downy woodpeckers. I mean, downy woodpeckers are cool, but, you know, they're no red-cockadeds. Okay, so this is our second time going around the loop, and we haven't seen anything. We've seen red bellies and downy woodpeckers, but no red-cockadeds yet. Starting to lose hope a little bit, but you never know. They could show up at some point. You know, they could just fly in and be like, oh, there they are, right? But I don't know. We'll see. We're going to finish this loop, and then I think we're going to have to head out, unfortunately. But yeah, it is a tad disappointing, don't you think?
Yeah, I wanted to see my first endangered species.
It would have been cool. It would have been cool, but... And maybe we still will. We'll see. We'll see. But you never know. It could be a disappointing video.
I might turn you into an endangered species.
Okay, then. Unfortunately, no red-cockadeds decided that they wanted to show, but I was able to get my life for yellow-billed cuckoo and my life for red-headed woodpecker, so, you know, at least I saw a new woodpecker species on this trip. And then on our way out, we got to see a big old alligator, which is really cool. Alligators are neat. And this one's probably the biggest wild one I've ever seen. So, ladies and gentlemen, today was not the day for content, unfortunately. We did not see the endangered red-headed woodpeckers like the title, I don't know, maybe implies. I don't know what the title of this video is going to be. But, but, you know, we certainly gave it our all. And I did see 3 new species, which is really cool. One, thanks to the help of this man. I appreciate him very much for that.
Of course.
And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully, I might come back or somewhere else see red-cockadeds one day. Who knows? But I hope you enjoyed this video still, and I'll catch you in the next one. Boy, boy. Oh my gosh, guys, we found the ivory-billed woodpecker. It's not extinct after all. It's right here.
That thing's huge.
It is huge.
The size of an eagle.
It's massive. That's how they've evolved to avoid detection. They got larger.
Oh wait.
So they're easier to find.
It's looking to make us endangered.
Oh!